Hey, happy Thursday. Hold on one second, ladies. I want to see if I can't get my fan plugged in. All right, well, I was not prepared, was I? I just got to get some air flowing in here. Hey, Margaret. Let me just turn it down a little. There we go. Just want to get some air going. So I hope everybody's doing good. Few things that I want to talk about tonight is I am celebrating the in colors. I have all the in colors I'm using on tonight's cards with the Summer Splash as our card base. And I did that in celebration of the Join promotion that Stampin' Up! Has. For the month of May, when you buy a starter kit, you will get all the stamp pads in the new in color. You will get all the Stampin' Right markers in the new in color. You'll get the new designer series paper, the cardstock, and you'll also get the Stampin' Blends. It's an $82 value, and you'll have all the new in colors. Hey, Do. So if you are interested, it's $99. You get to choose $125 worth of product of your choice. And as your gift, you'll get all the in color things. Secondly, let's see. I want to see if I can. Nope, that's not it. I'm looking to see if I can share my screen. Let's see. Let me just see. Yes, I want to just share my screen for a second. And here is my blog. Okay. And I have a new membership that's happening right now. And for $5 a month, you'll get a PDF every Monday of a new card that has never been done in any of my classes. And all you have to do is go right here to memberships on my blog, and it'll tell you all about them. I have a $5 level and a $10 level. So if it's something you're interested, it's great for if you're a demonstrator. You can, hey Kathy, you can use these PDFs for classes or events. I will not have any watermarks on the PDFs, so you can share them. The only thing I would ask is you do not sell them. That would be the only thing. All right. So again, tonight we are using all the in colors and the new Country Flowers stamp set, which is really pretty. There's a lot of cute little images on here. And then it does also have a matching set of dies. All right. So there's little flowers and then all the dies to cut out the stamps on the front in the stamp set. So we have a nice simple card. Let me see if I have some more light I can put on the subject here. All right. And then a little bit of a stepped up card, and I'll show you how I did that. And then a bit of an avid card with die cuts and embossing. And believe it or not, I never did get the inside of this card finished. I did the inside of this one. I did the inside of this one, but I did not do the last one. So that'll be a surprise for all of us tonight. So let's get started. And I'm going to pull out the stuff for the first card. And as I said, this is Summer Splash. It's such a pretty color. And it's 11 by 4¼ and I scored it at 5½. All right. And then I'm going to layer it up, believe it or not, with a layer of basic black. And this layer is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And you don't have to keep track of measurements. I will have all the measurements for you on my blog tomorrow. And then we're going to pull in a layer of basic white, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. I'm just quickly looking here to see what I did. I was using it with my silicone mat. Oh, here it is right here. See, I said I was using it. I have all my stuff on it. Let's just, I don't want to lose anything as I'm transferring this stuff. So HELLO. Okay. I just want to pull in my silicone mat so we don't make a mess with the glue. Because I took this punch right here. And of course, it's probably, hey, Karen, how are you? Hi, Casey. Yes, it was beautiful here too. Thank goodness the sun finally came out. So I'm using this punch here, and I did not check to see what the name of it is. And I punched out some designer series paper. All right. In different patterns. Let's use that one, and that one, and that one. What is this? That one. All right. And then I have, whoops, just the plain green. I also punched one out in cardstock in the Summer Splash, and also in basic white that I embossed. Okay. And this is the Quatrefoil embossing folder. And what we're going to do is we are going to lay these out on the front of the card just to fill in some space. All right. Just something a little different to do with our designer series paper. And again, all those little scraps that we always have, instead of getting rid of them, we can utilize them on the front of our card. So we're going to just lay this one down right about there. All right. And I'm using this little cutout, and I am going to put the rounded piece into that spot. Okay. So we're just going to add some glue. And we're just going to start adding this to the front of the card. It probably will not come out like the card I've already created, which is fine. All our cards are unique all the time. But we're just going to keep adding these to the front of the card. And again, we have the decorative, and we're going to add it down in the area that is cut out a little bit. All right. And then we'll use this one here. I just want to see how much glue I have to, have to put my glue. All right. You had rain? Hey, Mimi Cakes, how are you? Yeah, we had rain in the morning, and then the sun did finally come out. Oh, goodness, it was just crazy rain today. All right. Now, this one, let's fill in. We're going to add this one over here. Just going to get that in there. Okay. Now, we have the piece that we're going to use for our sentiment. I'm going to add Come on. We're going to add another piece right over here. And then we're going to add an additional one up here at the top. And did I forget one? Yes, I did. Let's add this one over here. And I will glue them down. I'm just getting an idea of where I want to put them. All right, so this one I can put down. So all I'm doing is, you know me and my puzzle pieces, it seems. We're just laying them down and filling in some space with some of that designer series paper that we have hanging around that we just don't know what to do with. All right, so we're just going to put that one there. And I think I will add this one right here, just like that. Now we'll give that a second to dry. We know that this piece has to be at an angle, so let's just straighten this up a little bit, okay? And I'm going to grab my sentiment just for you, maybe, if I didn't put it away. And I think I did. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so we're gonna grab it from the Unbounded Love, and it's just for you. And we're just going to lay it down. I'm gonna grab my memento, and leaving this right here in its spot, I'm gonna line it up so it fits on there and the wording is straight. At least I hope it is. All right. Oops, butterfingers today. So let's just grab this piece, add some more glue, and we can lay it right inside that spot. Artisan Label Punch. Thank you so very much, Mimi Cakes. I keep saying that when I get new things, I'm going to label everything, and I never do. Today I spent time and labeled all my blends with their names. So I always have the names, and I cleaned my little cutter here, and I'm going to make a mess of it again. All right, so now that they're all glued, we're going to cut off all the pieces, okay, that are overhanging on our basic white layer. So I'm just going to put it in here, push it, and line it up with the blade, and just cut off these pieces. And then one more time. And hopefully it didn't get ruined. All this glue. Alright, so there is the front of our card. So now we can pull our black layer, our basic black layer back in, and we can adhere this to the front of the card. So we'll just line it up. All the new in colors, they all look so pretty together. All right, add some glue to the back of our basic black. We can pull in our card base and adhere it to the front. All right, so there is the front of our card. Now I'm just going to grab some of the in color shimmer dot gems, And we're going to grab the ones that are the Summer Splash. If I can find my pokey tool. It's funny, I keep losing it. Should be right here on my, oh, here it is. Right here on my desk. So we're going to add some, actually I didn't use. I used something different. So which ones did I use? I do use these, the in color resin dots on this one. So it was just a little bit more plain, and I used it in the petunia pop. So I'm just going to add one here and one on top, and then I'm going to grab another one and put it right over here by the sentiment. We're going to grab our Summer Splash ribbon, and let me just grab my scissors. I have to be careful because, as you can see, I got some new ones. So I got rid of the Sheba Eaton scissors. Little stinker ate my scissors. I did not get the sweet pea set. That is very cute, though. That's a cute one. I did get the little ducks. They look really cute. All right, so we have our little ribbon. If I can get it off my finger. All right. Make sure our loops are about the same size. We'll cut our tails. And grab our glue dot. And we're just going to add this ribbon right there on the sentiment. All right, so a quick and easy card, like I said, using up our scraps. The word eluded me. All right, so for the inside, again, quick and easy. We have 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have one that's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And all I did was took our pieces and added glue about halfway. And I'm going to, what did I say? 5 1/8. So 2 1/2. Just to get an idea of where the center is, so I can start it out. We're just going to add one right about there. I just want to make sure it's on there pretty straight. All right, let me just grab my ruler. I'll grab another piece, and this time we're just going to keep the decorative edge towards the inside of the card, and I'm putting them on so they're just touching. This one I actually already cut in half. It was from my card that I created. All right, so we're just going to add that there. And then I'm going to use the yellow. Yeah, let's use the yellow. We're just going to add some glue and add it right here on here. And again, I just want to make sure that they're at least a little bit straight, right? Hello from the Netherlands. How are you? Welcome to Gal Fridays. All right, so we're going to pull out our trimmer, cut off our edge, and let's cut off another edge. When I was explaining the membership, it's on my blog, the tag on top of my blog, it is open to anyone. It's not limited, because I'll be sending the PDFs via email each week. And they can be used in, like I said, for classes, anything you would like to use them for other than you cannot sell them. So if you're interested, just take a look at my blog. All right, so we're just going to, let me get this. Lined up here. And grab some glue. Pull in our card. Now this one I did put a matte layer in. The last few weeks I haven't been doing the matte layer for the simple card. All right, so there is our first card. Right, just different, something pretty. Oh my goodness, 1:20. Yes, you should be sleeping. I'm okay. It's only 7 o'clock here in the States. All right, so we're going to jump to this card. And again, we're using Summer Splash. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. These little pieces are going to be sticking to me now. Let me get rid of them. Let's get rid of them so we don't get them all over the place. All right, and this time it's a landscape. I again have a piece, that's what I did. I again have a piece of Summer Splash, and this one is 5 1/4 by 4, and then a basic white 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I grabbed the bouquet of flowers and my memento, okay? And I am going to start by inking and just finding a place to stamp the first piece. And this one's probably going to be different again. And then I stamped on a piece of Post-it paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to mask it. Oops. Just mask it a little bit. And then I am going to turn the stamp a little bit and stamp it again. All right. I have a second mask. Gotta find the right spot here. Where's that little flower? Here it is. So we're gonna mask it again. So we want to line it up just so we can ink and stamp without stamping over our image again, okay? Just like that. And then I want to do it again on this side. So I am just going to turn that mask, because you can see I have a little end here. And let's just see. Here we go. So we're just putting it over the edges, just like that. And then we'll just ink it up and stamp it again. All right, and we can take our masks off, and we have all our flowers, and they are not overlaid on each other. Okay. Oh, you don't watch blogs? Well, if you just go to my blog, Karen, and click one of the, it's a tab on the top. You don't even have to go into my blog. It's right on the first page. All right. So now that it is all stamped, we can start to color. And I am going to first start with some Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock. And I am going to do all the leaves, and I should have probably colored this up. It's going to take me forever. So we're going to color all the leaves. This is the first time I didn't have it already prepared. So what you have to do is look to see what you're coloring, because now that the stamps are one on top of the other, you have to look to see. And these are all these, looks like a succulent plant to me. That's why I'm coloring them in green. To me, I thought it was a succulent. Could be wrong, but that's how I interpreted it. So those are the ones I'm coloring with the Summer Splash. And we're not doing anything fussy. I'm just filling in and coloring like we would color in a coloring book. All right, so there are those succulents. Then I took that was Shy Shamrock. Now I'm going to take the Summer Splash and do all these smaller leaves. And I'm trying to rush, and I'm going out of the lines. So again, you just have to go around the image to look for your leaves. There's a lot of smaller ones here. Oops, that's a flower. That's a flower. Here's a leaf. There's So you really do have to be careful and look to see where all the leaves are. Because now everything's hidden. You really can't see them all that well. And we're going to leave, oh, here's some here. I'm going to leave that for now. And I'm going to go to my light petunia pop. And I'm going to color in all these smaller flowers. And like I said, I'm using all the in colors in celebration of Stampin' Up's promotion for getting a starter kit. And if you were to get a starter kit, you don't have to do what I do. You can just take advantage of the discount when it comes to purchasing your supplies. All right, so here's one there. So I'm just going around looking for all these teeny tiny little flowers. And I know it's probably boring watching me color. I should have had it done for you and just did a couple of them, but it was another one of those days. I've been fighting with the VA, phone calls to all different places. All right, so there is the small flowers. I'm going to take the dark and the light peach pie, and the light peach pie, I'm doing the flower that is the smaller flower that's in the front. You can see it's a double flower. Okay, so that's the light. Thanks, Meme Cakes. And then the dark one, I'm doing the back flower. So there's just a little bit of contrast to the flowers themselves. And like I said, we're not doing anything special to this. There's so much to color that you don't want to have to worry about shadows or anything. We just want to decorate the front of our card. So we can just enjoy the moment of coloring instead of stressing out over it, right? You don't want to stress when you're coloring. And then the last one, I used Pretty in Pink. And what I'm going to do is take the light Pretty in Pink, and we're just going to do the petals. So we're just doing all the petals, and I'm leaving that center. And I like to turn my coloring so I can see the line and where the tip of my marker is in regards to that line. That's why I keep turning it. All right, so let's get this one here. Here's the petal in there. So you can see what happens when you mask. There's flowers behind. So they're all in a different spot. So we got this one here. And here. All right, so there they are. So then I'm going to take the dark Pretty in Pink. I'm just going to do the inside of the flower. All right, and I saw here a leaf right here. I think that was it. All right, so now that we have our flowers, I'm just going to put a little bit of Cajun Crease in the center of that. I didn't even do the center on this one. All right. Okay, so let's grab our layer and we're going to mat it on our Summer Splash, and then we're going to adhere it to the front of the card. Okay. I might have put it on crooked. All right, now we can add it to the front of our card. Some days I can get these mats on so easy. All right, so let's see. I think I'll turn it this way. And then there's some days where I just can't get anything straight. All right, so there's the front of our card. Yes, the contrast between the two is very subtle, very subtle. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to grab my mat again. I cut out, and hopefully all the letters are here. Just give me a second. I use the mini alphabet dies, and I'm just going to grab my pokey tool here, or my pickup tool. Take your pick, I should say. And I have the mini alphabet dies I cut out in white. I'm going to turn them over so they're in the right, on the right side. Okay, so I did them in white. And then I also die cut them in basic black. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to have a bit of a shadow behind the letters so they would stand out just a little bit. All right. Okay, let me just trying to get this so my my glue comes out. Come on. My putty, I should say. Ah, there we go. Now it's going to come out and it's not going to stop. All right. So we're going to take our H and I'm going to grab my glue and I'm just going to add some glue to the right hand side and the right hand side because I'm going to take my letter H in white and I'm just going to lay it down and offset it so the black is shining through. Okay, and we're going to do that on all the letters. We're just going to add the glue to the right hand edge, grab the letter, and then lay it down. Okay, and we're doing it to all the blacks. This one, we just need to do it on that edge. And, whoops. Come on. There we go. Let's grab the next L. So all we're doing is creating a bit of a shadow. And then our E. This one, we want to keep it on those edges. All right, so there are all our letters, and you can't really tell. Yes, I love it too. All right, so let's move that over and move in our card. So hello has 5 letters. So the middle letter is going to be an L. So we will start with one of the L's. And I want to pop these up. So I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals and we're going to line it up so you really can't see that dimensional on the outside of these letters. Okay, and if you do see it, you can always take your scissors And I don't like doing it with my new ones, and just cut it off. And we're going to put our L right in the center. All right, so that's our starting point. Now we can work around it. So we have another L. And if you're afraid your letters aren't going to stay or they're not secure enough, you can cut a little piece off the edge. Let's grab our O. And we're keeping the black to the left. So our shadow is on the left. Let's grab our E. And this one is a little bit more narrow, so I am going to cut off a little strip. All right. The dimensional is just a little bit too wide, and this will fit perfect. So we can get our E. And then our H looks like it'll be fine. All right. Then we're going to grab our Summer Splash again. Add a few embellishments. And after all our coloring, here is our second card. All right. Now for the inside, this is what I did. I ended up doing only one layer for the inside of this card. And there is another bouquet of flowers that comes in this set. And I'll show you as soon as I stamp it. Just a very pretty little and I ended up coloring it with the shamrock and the pink. This is the petunia. So instead of coloring everything up, we're running late. I still have another card. I am just going to leave this one in black and white. But you can color. Oh my goodness, I ran out. You can color this one up also. And I'll show it to you again. So we're just going to lay this on the inside of the card. All right. And that's how I colored it. And there is the second card. Yeah, they are. It's a pretty, the end colors are very, very pretty. All right. Then we're going to jump to our next card. Again, I have coloring and I didn't even take the time to save time on tonight's video, so I apologize. So we're going to do Summer Splash again, 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. This time we're going to go portrait, okay? And then we have some layers. I have a layer of Summer Splash. And this is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And then we have a basic white, 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Now this, what did I do with my embossing folder? I used one of the new embossing folders, and I don't know what I did with it. What did I do with it? Let me see. I was cleaning in here today, so here it is. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's the eyelet one. I was cleaning my room today, so I'm sure you know what happens when you clean your room. Everything, here it is in a different place. So I'm using the Dashing Designs 3D embossing folder for this card, and I'm trying to think what suite or bundle it goes to. I didn't even check. So I am going to quick emboss this with this new embossing folder. So let me run this through. I'm going to just set this up. So here we go. This is a really pretty embossing folder. Both sides actually are really nice. All right, so we're going to take the embossed layer. We're going to add some glue, and I want to see which side do I like better. I think we'll add glue to this side. And we're going to layer that up onto the front of our card. All right, now I just want to check this. It is 4 3/4. I just want to check this one. I have a excuse me, layer of designer series paper, and this is also 4 3/4. And we are going to lay this right on this embossed layer. Okay, make sure it's on there straight. And then we are going to take a little 1/4-inch strip by 4 3/4, and I just want to make sure it's just a little bit longer. And we're going to add a little bit of glue. And we're going to take this piece and we're going to lay it right down, right next to that designer series paper. And we're just going to butt it right up against it. So instead of adding a complete layer underneath the designer series paper, we're just putting a tiny little strip. Okay, and because it's this layer is embossed, you want to make sure you have enough glue so it holds it. All right, so now that that is done, let's grab, I want to make some room here, some dimensionals, and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. And I'm sorry to say I did not get any of my images ready for this card either. That's the kind of day I had. Bill's not feeling good again, so when that happens, it just puts a little bit more pressure on me. All right, so now that that is done, we are going to stamp a few images. We're going to get our memento. We're going to stamp 2 bouquets of flowers. Okay, and we are going to stamp the little pail. I'm going to assume it's a pail. All right, so those are the 3 images I need for the front of the card. So we're going to color again. This time we're going to use that Summer Splash, and we're going to just color it the same way we colored the front of that other card. This will be a little bit easier to color because we're not looking for everything and they're not laying on top of each other. So I'll apologize for not having at least some of them done. It's been a rough couple days. All right, so these are all those small little leaves, and that was in Summer Splash. Then we're going to grab the Shy Shamrock, and we're going to do these leaves here. Now on my card, I actually did all the different greens, the Summer Splash and the Shy Shamrock, and gave the tips of these leaves some pink. I don't know, I'll show you in a second. But we'll just, as you can see, I gave them little pink tips. Thank you, honey. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you're able to fall asleep now. I hate nights when I can't fall asleep because morning comes early. Shiva starts at 6:30, so I like to try to get up an hour or so more, sometimes more than an hour before. So I'm usually up about 4:30. Oh, there's another leaf. So I have time to myself. Where did I just see it? Oh, here it is. All right, so there's that. So we're going to just do everything the same as we did. Hopefully this is light. Yep. All right, so here's that little peach. And then the dark peach. And if you don't want to color these with blends, you can do it in pencil. I'm trying to. So this week in my Patreon class, I'm doing techniques with our embossing folders. And that's what we're doing this week in my Patreon group. It's all about embossing folders. Usually I do coloring classes, but we did color that with blends. But it's no techniques in coloring, just plain old, let's have fun, let's relax, let's enjoy it instead of putting pressure on ourselves to be perfect. Sometimes just taking out your markers or whatever coloring medium you like to use and just coloring. Oh, there's another leaf. Just for the sake of coloring sometimes is just more fun than trying to learn something new, right? All right, so let me just grab this again. Let me get that leaf. Nope, I forgot it over here too. All right, so one more. All right. And one more. Whoops. All right, not too bad. We're not running too late. I thought I was going to really be running a lot behind. All right, so there's our images colored, okay? And then for the bucket, I put all my colors away. Where is it? Here we go. I use smoky slate. And I'm going to use the brush end, and I am going to just flick in. I'm going to leave a space. I'm going to leave that rim, and I'm just going to flick in all the way down the bucket. Okay? And I'm going to turn it because I'm going to come from this side now, and we're going to flick in. I'm going to leave that piece. I'm going to leave a little white for that rim. Okay. So there, we started with that. Then we're going to grab the dark smoky slate, and I'm going to use the nib piece, and over about 1/8 of an inch, I am just going to add some dark. We're going to go across because there should be a shadow there. And coming in about 1/8 of an inch, I'm just going to flick in some lines. Okay, I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Up here. All right, going back to my light smoky slate, I'm going to go over the end and pull the color into the center. And we're just going to let that dry. I'm going to grab my dark smoky slate, and I am going to add my shadow for the handle. And I'm going to extend that with the light smoky slate. Okay. And then I'm going to go over that edge again, just to blend that color out a little bit more. Okay. Now that I got my bucket pretty well done, I am going to take the brush and the light smoky slate, and I'm going to just put a layer of this color over the entire thing. Go down the edge and down the edge. All right, now once that dries, it'll be a little lighter. And let's grab the dies. Here's our bucket. Now I'm going to have to run the flowers through twice. Hey, Cynthia. Thanks, Kathy. All right, so let's get that on and figure out how this one goes. I'm going to run this through quick and then run it through again, okay? Give me a second. All right, so here's the bucket and one of the flowers. Let's just put this through again. One more time. All right. So there is our flowers. Let's pull our card back in, and we're going to start with our bucket. We're going to pop this up, and I want to just put my dimensionals into the center. All right. And we're going to put this right about there. We're going to grab one of the bouquets of flowers, and we're going to add some glue. We're going to tuck it under, and we'll put it right about there. And then we're going to grab the other bouquet of flowers and add a dimensional, okay? And we also have to add some glue to the opposite side. Figure out how you want to put this and just get it there onto the front of your card. Let's grab some ribbon. Hopefully I don't lose my dies. I didn't put them away. That's how they get lost. So we'll just create a bow here. Now this is the card where I have all my die cuts. This is the one that I use those shimmery, what did I call them? Oh, the shimmer gels, just for a little extra sparkle. All right, so we have our ribbon. Let's cut our tails. I'm actually gonna all right, grab my glue dot. And we're just going to add this right here where our flowers are. Okay. Grab our shimmer gel, gems gel, and let's add them to the front of our card. All right, so there is the front of our second card. Hey, aw, thanks, Karen. Thanks, Casey. I can't wait to start using, I want to do them myself, though, with the Color Street. I love the Color Street. But thank you. All right, so I didn't really do anything for the inside of the card I was doing today. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp that same corner image, okay? And we're going to grab a sentiment from this stamp set, and let's see, let's do so lucky, what does it say? So lucky to know you. So let's grab a block and we'll put our sentiment right in the center. So it's another card. Oh, I don't have any seal. Let's use some of this tape. I don't like I don't like using glue on my basic white layers. I just don't like seeing the glue coming through. So we'll use some tear and tape. So because I have to refill. And because I'm using tear and tape, you can do this with seal too. I'm just going to grab my glue and I'm just going to put some glue on there. So we have just a little bit of time to maneuver this layer. And just as a reminder, if you place an order this month, the glue is your thank you for placing an order this month. All right, so let's lay this down. Add our glue. Thank you, Margaret. Oh, okay. Have fun, Karen. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, so there is that card, our hello card. Let's come up a little bit. And our simple card. All right, so there's tonight's cards. I hope you like them. I'll have my blog post ready for you tomorrow. And again, if you place an order this month, you'll get a free glue. And don't forget about this month's join special. You get all the in colors for free. Just what I used here tonight. Thanks, Karen. Have fun walking your dogs. Mine, I have to take Sheba out one more time. She didn't go to the bathroom for me when I took her out. Thanks, Stu. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks, Mimi Cakes. Please hit the like button on your way out because it helps with the algorithm on YouTube. And I'll see everybody during the week. Have a great night. Bye-bye.